And
we're back.
I've been off for 2 weeks because I've been on vacation for 2 weeks and I had COVID last week. I'm okay now. I'm negative.
Thank goodness
But we're back
everybody's okay.
here, so.
But this is Broadway Mike and the
This is Wicked Ollie.
iconic Wicked Ollie love.
This is Wicked Ollie, so also known as Olivia Nguyen and also known as Mike Haber.
Yep, and man, we've missed you guys. Welcome to the latest episode of Forever Ollie and Mike. We've had so much going on, with everything that's been going on with our schedule. Olivia's been on vacation. We've been working a lot, but life is good.
Yes.
And so many amazing things are going on for our iconic Wicked Ollie, Olivia.
Yes.
Her show is really, it's like, the way to describe it to me, it's like, really, this little seed that Olivia made with her one-woman show is now starting to grow, and now it's becoming the power of O.
Yep.
And really, just all of the details are starting to come into place, and now we're starting to get more of a visual aspect of everything, and all of you guys are in for an incredible treat.
Yes. So, also, we haven't done this in a while, but we're going to play a little bit of this or that. So, it's a game where you get to know...
or that.
It's a game where you get to know each other more.
Yep, this is our favorite, and this goes out to our two awesome teachers, mentors, and inspiration, Ina Spinoza and Camila Marshall.
Camila Marshall.
We love you. We love our mama and auntie.
Yes. All right, so let's do a round. So, okay, so Marshall. So Mike is gonna answer for me, and I'll answer for Mike.
Okay, let's start. So who goes first?
You'll go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, plane or bus?
You're more of a bus.
Oh, I'm definitely more of a bus. Planes are okay, but sometimes I get to being on a plane. It's so not easy to sleep on a plane.
I was on a plane for 27 hours.
But really, all I gotta say is, and ironically, before we continue with the game, our word of the day is commitment. And that is
whenever we say the word, we take a drink.
Take a drink.
All right. So, okay, my turn. So, plane or bus?
Bus.
Time and place for both. Because some places you cannot take a bus, you have to take a plane. Like, I was in Vietnam for 2 weeks. So, you had to take a plane. It's a 27-hour plane ride.
That is amazing. And first of all, the photos that Olivia's been sharing on her Instagram from the adventure, she had such an amazing time. It's beautiful there.
It's beautiful. So, okay, your turn.
Oh, dine-in or takeout?
You're more of a time and place for that one.
Kinda, but mostly dine-in. But sometimes I'll do takeout every once in a while.
Okay. Mac and cheese or mashed potatoes?
Oh, mashed potatoes?
Time and place for both. I do like mac and cheese, too. I'm going to have mac and cheese for lunch today, so.
TV show or movie?
Oh, movies.
Oh, movies. But I love TV shows as well, time and place.
I like TV shows, but nothing like sitting in a theater. Nothing like sitting in a theater and then having popcorn. It goes dark and your soda and you just watch a nice movie.
Oh, here's a good one. So, adventure or relax?
Time and place for both.
Yep, exactly. Your turn.
Okay, do I like scary movies or comedy?
Oh, definitely time and place for both.
Oh, no, I'm more of a scary movie kind of girl.
Yeah, seriously, scary movie. But it is true. Olivia loves scary movies, especially something like the most interesting moments. And yeah, I was gonna say,
funny because I go to when I watch a movie, I go to all of the scary parts. I skip all of the boring parts and I go to the scary parts.
Yep, because that's the best part. The scary parts of the movie. It's so much
like
fun.
Scary Clown. Okay. Killer clown movies or the horror movie genre. Killer clown movies or Sinister.
Oh, time and place for both, but
time and place for both. But I do prefer scary clown movies.
Oh yes. I actually did see a couple of weeks ago, actually, some of the old videos. Remember what happened in 2016 when they had like the with the scary clowns? Oh my
I
god.
do love creepy clown movies. Like they're just fun to watch. I'm not a fan of like the like creepy clowns, like as in like creepy clown movies, as in like the clown dolls, clown like sinisters. I like it when real people are dressed as clowns and they dress as the killer clowns in the movies and then they go off. That I just prefer those. I do like the like creepy clown doll movies like Poltergeist, but I prefer the ones where like the people get into clown makeup and then start going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. So, nice warm hot day or rainy day?
Nice warm hot day.
Oh, definitely warm hot day.
Are you a okay, nighttime or daytime?
Oh, definitely daytime.
I'm both.
The time and place for both.
Okay, your turn. We'll do one more each.
Oh, this is a good one. Big city life or country life?
Big city.
City. Now you.
Okay, my turn. Am I a New York girl or Cali girl?
Oh, definitely a New York girl.
New York. I do like California too. I have family in California. All right. So,
But yeah, to kind of go with our word of the day, commitment.
commitment.
We had a really nice little discussion right before we came on here about, so for anyone who doesn't know, there's a certain actress who's coming into an iconic show. And what's interesting was that, so she technically was doing a concert tour, but then she canceled the last 3 cities of it
Yeah.
to focus her mind on this particular show.
We all know what that show is.
Yep, we know what it is. But what do you think? Because to me, what she should have done is they should have at least pushed the concerts to a weekend and then still be able to rehearse during the day.
Yeah. I think really like in this theater industry in general, commitment is super important.
Yep, because I think once you get cast in a show, really your life, it really goes center focus on that particular project.
Yeah.
Especially like the mentality and just being able to go through the research and everything.
Yeah. Like your heart and soul has to be with the show. Like full on 100% committed. And if you're not committed to like the show, why do the show, you know? It's better to sometimes not do a project than to do a project and not feel committed to it. What do you think?
Yep. Because here's the thing, this particular performer, I mean, she initially started her tour anyway back in July and, was doing really well. And then when she jumped into rehearsals, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. And also, she should have thought of actually, because didn't she initially sign the contract back in the spring before it was even announced to the public?
Like spring, late spring, early summer.
Yeah, it was late spring, early summer. But what should have happened was definitely while looking at the dates, being able to get a good sense of the rehearsal schedule and then being able to like kind of retime everything. But yeah, really, they should have at least put that gig, the tour, on a weekend.
And I think it's really, like I said, it's really important. Like when you do a craft, especially in the theater in general, the time and commitment you work to put this in a show. Like, for example, my friend of mine who's in Cirque du Soleil, she is very committed to that show. She rehearses 10 hours before the show.
10 hours every day. And then because
Every
you
day
said with Cirque du
before the
Soleil,
show.
basically don't with Cirque du Soleil, they get up like very early in the morning,
They
like
get up very early. So like
7 a.m., 8 in the morning.
they're called like shows at 7:30, but the actor's call time in her show is 9 in the morning.
Oh my God. Just to begin like the physicality,
Just to begin
preparing
the
the
physicality of the
mentality.
show for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, that is incredible, how they do that.
That is like commitment. And in a lot of roles, there's very committed actors like Bernadette Peters, Bette Midler.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Bernadette Peters, Bette Midler, they are committed to what they
They are
do.
committed to what they do.
And what's also amazing is that, like, for example, like with Bette Midler, even though like during Dolly or when she did the I'll Eat You Alive, even though there were times where she didn't sign a lot, but just like the way how she greets people and gives them love or just like a
Yeah.
heart or something, to me, that shows a token of gratitude.
Yeah.
That's also the other thing I've been really liking, that even though there are some shows right now that are currently not doing stage door because of COVID, I love that even the fans, they're still waiting outside, but they still give like the heart or something.
They say they're not doing stage door, but now they're allowing it back now. Nobody's stopping them now.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah. That's one of those things. It's like you have to show your 100% commitment. I mean, everybody has off days, like everybody gets tired and deserves a break, but getting too many breaks is not good either, you know?
Yep, exactly. And what's also a good example? Like, for example, our dear friend Christy Altamar, remember during Anastasia? Because, about 90% of the run, she stage doored.
Yeah,
But like the
90% of them.
additional like 90, like 10% when she wouldn't come out, and God bless her heart,
But
how she was able to
if she
basically
didn't
go to
come
social
out,
media.
that mean Christy's one of our best friends and we love her dearly. So when she does not come out of the stage door, that means she's either super duper 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 busy or she's not feeling well, because usually
She's not feeling well, or
she's stage door
sometimes in between.
90%
There
of
were
the
a couple
time.
of times in between shows where it's like her voice kind of like gave out a little bit.
But
Then
she's still
maybe
stage
she would
doored.
take a nap, but then she would do the evening show and she was totally fine. And also it's really cool was if you remember during when she would do the lives during Anastasia, the way she would do it is she would actually go live and then basically do a presentation of the gifts of the people who were initially waiting for her, and she would always apologize. And really,
She was still stage door. Even her voice gave out a little bit. She's still stage doored.
oh
Like
yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
remember
say
one time
90% of the
where
time. I
Keisha
would
said,
say
"Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just on vocal rest."
no. Like I 95% of the time she stage door. Maybe the 5% she didn't stage door. Who stage doored every show and not missed a stage door? I think that was Alicia Umfris that never missed a stage door.
Oh, a couple people who missed stage. Oh, didn't you say there was one time with Jackie? Bless you.
Thanks. No, Jackie stage door, like Jackie stage door, but I think she said she didn't see me. She didn't see me. And she felt bad.
You think because it really depends on the time of the day of the artist.
Yeah. And I'm not saying we're not saying like stage door is like, obviously it's not mandatory for actors to do it, but we're
Whereas
saying
Cirque du
we give a
Soleil, it's
lot of
like they're required to.
Cirque du Soleil, they are required to do it. They are required to do it a lot of the times. So, but I'm saying is like I give a lot of credit to the actors that do stage door a lot to really cherish the fans, you know?
To me, it's like it's a token of gratitude.
Yeah.
And then also, what's also amazing is that like the commitment. Like for example, this particular she who must not be named performer going into this certain show. And for those of you who are watching this, you probably know who we're talking about. So they have a tradition that they do every Saturday night, like a little pep rally. And now a lot of people are kind of like very concerned. It's like, is she gonna really like come out and be part of this opening party, or she's gonna like open up the window and then just like throw a fit, telling people to be quiet?
Yeah. But other than that, aside from that commitment in the theater, like when you go into a role, like you got to be fully embodied in the role. Wait, no, I take that back. You can be fully embodied for the time and place, because sometimes if you're playing a villain character, you don't want to be like a villain all the time, you know?
Right. And what's amazing is that there have been so many stories. Actually, there was a story yesterday about how I was reading more about this. So, a
Mm-hmm.
couple of months ago, they released a long lost episode of Sesame Street that had Margaret Hamilton reprising her role of the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz. So, of course, when the movie came out in 1939, people, were like really scared of her. And no matter where she went in real life, people were like, they didn't look at her the same. It's like, that's the witch, that's the witch. But then what happened was, what's amazing is that it was in the 70s, she made an appearance on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And she talked about the whole experience, and just to remind people that, she's just playing a part. It's just a fictional, it's using your imagination.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of times some people don't differentiate, like they kind of don't differentiate the person from the character they're playing, you know? And sometimes that could be commitment too, because they were so committed to the role that people just don't
Oh yeah,
differentiate.
and then there's that classic story about the famous Panic broadcast of War of the Worlds, where just like the way how they practiced it for this radio show, they made it so
Mm-hmm.
realistic, and it made people even believe that aliens were going to come and attack the city.
Yeah.
To me, that is commitment.
What is the role like you have to be like super duper committed to, like that requires so much commitment? Let's like name all those roles.
Oh, definitely Dear Evan Hansen. That's
Dear Evan
definitely one of them.
Hansen.
It's very emotionally drenched.
Yes. Alphaba.
Oh, Alphaba, of course, which does
Lempicka.
8 shows a week.
Tamara de Lempicka.
Tamara de Lempicka.
And then
Oh, there's so many good ones.
Beetlejuice.
Of course, Beetlejuice.
Which Mike is due to see.
I know. Coming soon. It's part of my commitment. It's part of my big
schedule. Can you just tell me what day you're gonna go see Beetlejuice?
I'm working it. I'm working it out, but it is coming. And here's the other thing. Because I want it to be I'm trying to make it on a 2-show haunting themed day.
Why don't you go see it on a Saturday, like when you're not working?
Yep, but it is coming. Yep.
Can you just tell me a day, Mike?
Yeah, I promise. I am going soon. And you know what? I'm just also, it's a good thing.
Mike, just tell me a day that you're going.
Yeah, but I'm definitely looking into the end of August.
Yep. Then you can join the Beetlejuice Club. Beetlejuice is very committed. You have to be super committed. Not everybody could do that role.
It is committed. And even, I mean, here's the other thing. Now it's like, and then, you and I, we have this big talk about with Phantom, how it's like the actor playing the Phantom. Well, because about 80% of the show is pre-recorded, which now people are like, oh, it's really easy to do.
It is very easy to do if it's pre-recorded.
But Valjean is definitely.
Valjean and Javert you have to be super committed to do that role, because those roles are a singing
they are a beast.
That role is a singing beast. A lot of actors who played Valjean said that was the hardest vocally demanding role they've ever done.
Really, it's a very committed role, and just like the emotionally drenched, journey that he goes through.
And you're singing for 3 hours straight.
Oh my God.
Well, my friend who was in Les Mis on the tour, she said that was her dream show. Always will be her dream show. But it was the most vocally demanding show she has ever done, because like getting towards, well, what she does is to keep up with the upkeep, and this is also part of commitment, is that she doesn't go too high on the notes on the show, on the numbers that are not like the big iconic numbers that she's in. She saves that pitch for the bigger numbers, so that way her voice doesn't give out.
Oh, exactly.
Because she said it took her 10 shows to get, like maybe 15 shows to get used to that vocal demand.
Oh my God.
She said her voice was tired. She was not used to singing that much in a show. But once she did like 15 shows, then it became, her voice got used to doing that type of show. But the first 10, it was very hard.
It's part of the routine and everything.
Mm-hmm. The first 10 was very hard. Like, can you imagine we sing a song, Mike? We sing like 2 songs and we're out of breath already.
Yeah, I mean, it also really depends on like it's also the vocal technique and everything. Like for actually, you know what's interesting? I learned something really cool. So I've been starting to take lessons with the amazing Carrie St. Louis as well, another ex former Glinda in Wicked. So what happened was she actually spoke about even before hitting a high note, there's this part where, you know, it's kind of like an exercise. You kind of go into like a crowd.
Mhm.
Because one of the things she teaches you is like when you first learn how to jump, what's the first thing you do? You basically go down on your knees, you bend them, and then when you're ready with a lot of force, that's how you're able to jump. So when you're on your when you're bending your knees before you hit the high note, that's kind of like your starting point. And then when you hit the note, it's
Yep.
jump.
Hmm. Then also, and that's part of commitment too, like the vocal rest that you have, and then also really committing and resting up is a commitment to the role too.
But yeah, I'm always amazed by, you know, all those shows that have like certain demands that everyone knows about these characters, and you know, you still want to honor, you know, what
Yeah.
the previous actors have done before them.
Yep. So yeah, before we head off for the time, we're talking
Oh, you know
about
what's another one? Oh, also, I forgot to mention if you're in the ensemble, any of the cats in Cats, because you know it's a very
yes.
demanding dance of a show.
Yeah. Well, before we head off for the day, we're gonna talk about like what we're saying is commitment is very 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 important.
Commitment is the key.
Yeah. But Mike and I are gonna do an Instagram live on our personal pages, so if y'all on here, come and join. But we'll see you next Saturday, and
Yep, we'll see you next Saturday. I'm here.
we'll talk about different vocal techniques and vocal rests.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that would be
Yep.
perfect. Talking about our vocal
So
tech.
Mike will start an Instagram live, and then we will just join us on there. See ya.
Yep, we will see you on there.
Bye.
This live.